like a boss.
He wants to see you again, which is the most obvious thing on the planet, is that when he texts you and says, I had a great time, what the guy would do is set up another date. Sometimes a guy won't text you after the date because they may know the game well. 95 out of 100 times, he doesn't know the game. He's just reacting out of instinct. Most likely, he doesn't like you. But sometimes, the number one thing is that he'll make a date. He'll either text you when he texts you saying, I had a great time, or he'll text you midweek with some excuse, and then he'll ask you out again. It's very simple. I can promise you, a lot of you ladies, when you like the guy, you're not going to think of this. You have to make it simple. This is very simple, straight to the point. No, if you just do what I am telling you, you will find out if this person wants to see you again. Just don't make the first move. Let them make the first move, and that's how I will go about it. Something that you guys have to avoid. How do you know he's an abuser? He calls you names. He starts out as the obsessive boyfriend, actually. He gets really angry. Sometimes they're not even angry people. Sometimes they're more controlled. Point is, anytime a guy calls you a name, makes fun of you, he has the potential to be an abuser. Anytime somebody puts their hands on you, he's gonna do it again. We all walk in shame. A lot of women are in these types of relationships and they're just ashamed of it. But you guys have to realize that this is very common. It's normal. You should ask for help. There's nothing wrong with that. It's something that shows strength if you're willing to get help. So if you're being abused with somebody who's physically abusive, who's mentally abusive, who's gaslighting you, making you question reality, and he's cheating by blaming you, ladies and gentlemen, get away from that guy. That guy doesn't love you. That guy would not love you. Find somebody who's more positive in your life, okay? Narcissism is something that anybody can see. Narcissistic people pretty much expose themselves over time, or sometimes they expose themselves early by saying that I'm a narcissist. Some of the signs are never taking accountability, always gaslighting you, switching things around to you, acting like the victim. And when they got caught cheating, they don't say, sorry, I cheated. They'll say, I cheated because you don't suck my dick, you don't do this, you don't do that kind of stuff, right? But narcissistic people, there's no compromise. You would never change them. In fact, when it comes to a narcissistic person, you're the one that changes, not them. With narcissistic people, they don't change, you change, because they will never change. They're like Westbrook. They just one change. Humans don't have quick instincts. Animals are born wired. They don't process, they react. It doesn't change throughout their lives. Humans don't come with instincts. Other instincts, they develop it through mastery. And that's actually a form of thinking that's beyond thinking. You know how words express a sentence? Instincts pretty much express a process that for most people takes like 10 seconds, but for the master it takes half a second. Instinct. And so they're able to make quick decisions. And instincts, when it comes to the social realm, you'll be able to see somebody and kind of know who they are by just little subtle things. Because you have such an accumulation of so many different behaviors from yourself, firstly, and from others, that you could sort of assume certain things about people and be accurate. Now, you're going to be wrong sometimes, but you have that database in your head. Or you learn about him, her. It just adds up. And then all of a sudden, you're going to start seeing similar people. And you're going to be able to read them, but also stand back and say, okay, maybe I'm projecting. It's a balance, to be honest with you. I'm a bad texter. Ladies and gentlemen, that just means he's preparing to bullshit you, okay? Don't believe that bullshit, okay? All right? Don't believe that bullshit, all right? Anytime a guy says I'm a bad texter, and that's why it takes me so long to text you back, he's bullshitting you. All right, next.
Vulnerability. A good man will find vulnerability in a woman attractive. And not just that, he will not take advantage of her. He's going to want to help her. He's not going to get angry at helping you. Whenever you need help, he's going to be there for you. A guy who doesn't appreciate you for who you are, thinks he already has you, and he doesn't need to prove himself. And he's going to find it a burden to deal with your vulnerability. A good man will find those moments of vulnerability as a way to prove himself to you. When a woman opens up to a guy, a mature guy will feel comfortable with it. So when you open up emotionally, when you tell him about the things in your past, he will understand you. And in fact, he will find you more attractive. He'll find you like a gem, because there's not a lot of women like that. A lot of guys want a partner in crime that is smart, that is emotionally present for them, that he knows her flaws and accepts her for that.
If a man asks for money twice in a month, it's one thing to ask for money once, and let alone to ask a girl who you're dating for money. It's not normal to be asking for money with people who you barely know. That is a red flag. A lot of you ladies are smart, so I know you guys won't fall for it. But you know what? If you like a guy a lot, it could potentially happen to you. You know, when you fall in love, that's when you become the most gullible. And that's why you have to rely on standards to keep you on the right path.
This type of woman, the damsel in distress, is a woman who shows weakness. The woman who is less constrained. She's more wild and has a bunch of energy. This guy who reacts to her will feel like he can help her out and be the hero, right? The man who falls for this has strict mothers and are consciously attracted to perfect looking women and unconsciously want a rebellious woman. They want a mother figure as a wife. They also want the slutty girl as well. They feel like this woman is weak and are lured by the pleasures that this wonderful woman seems to offer. But this type of woman is very manipulative. They present themselves as having a shitty life. And the reason why that type of woman would do that is to elicit the empathy of the guy. And it'll emotionally engage the guy. But it works. So you could use this in a healthy way by just showing weakness sometimes. Exposing the things that hurt you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys ever want to learn how to use your feminine energy to influence people, learn how to use your masculine energy to become more assertive, and also learn how to blend both energies to improve your dating life, your spiritual life, honestly, your relationship life, your family life, your career life, this is the course for you. If I had to make a course for my nieces, I have two nieces, one is 19 and one is 15. 16. Holy shit. Oh my God, he's a bad fucking uncle. He's a bad uncle. Get him. Shut up, Melissa. You should get this course, right? And this is the course that I will make for them. So, for example, watch the curriculum, right? In the first week, we're going to be showing you how to establish a strong masculine foundation without letting it hurt your feminine energy. This masculine foundation is a source of who you are, right? It's your bodyguard. Without this, whatever feminine energy you create will be destroyed by the outside, because your masculine is your shield. So we'll talk about goal setting. We'll talk about how to develop a serious attitude. We're gonna be talking about how to use more logic, how to use more goal-oriented behavior. It's more how to be a man, Now the next one is how to embrace the feminine energy, right? This one will teach you about how to minimize excessive masculine traits, developing self-awareness, healing abundant feminine energy, regulating your emotion, mastering voice qualities and facial expressions, surrendering control and allowing pain to be felt. This is honestly, this will supercharge, like Kaioken, your masculine energy. After that, we have femininity in the workplace and how to be feminine in the workplace without letting people take advantage of you, and the nuances of how women on power should behave versus women who are subordinates in the workplace, and even the dress code. This is based on psychology, people. It's kind of insane. I'm actually excited about this one. The next week, we talk about navigating the labyrinth of male and female friendship. And this, a lot of women find confusing, so we talk about that. And how to identify envious friends, how to identify the good friends, how to keep male friends, and how to keep female friends. Week 5, we talk about how to release the burden of the past and stop and destroy mental projections. This is actually really powerful. And then week 6, we talk about how to increase your observational power so that you could read people better. And we have a bunch of bonuses. The course starts at $99, and you guys can pre-order the course today at $69 before it goes out. If you're watching this, most likely I'm in the meditation retreat, so I will be praying for all of you guys. And just click on the description down below of the video. Right there, you'll see it, and you could pre-order that course. It's gonna be out by the end of next month or the beginning of February of March. One of the two, people, because I have a 10-day retreat to do, and I want to finish the course after the retreat, because I think the ideas are gonna be so much better. All right, man. I'll see you guys later. Pre-order, man. I'm closing the channel.